whether rain or dust or pests or Bermuda grass. If something breaches the hot wire and the deer fence, I'm still planting. This garden doesn't give up. This gardener doesn't give up. Welcome to July in the deep mulch garden. You can do this too. You know, I thought the hot wire was holding. Look at this. I think Chubby's found a way into the garden. That's that groundhog. We pretty much kept everything else out. And the groundhogs definitely like the sweet potato leaves. They also like the squash. And this plant was doing really good when we put the trellis up the other day. He must have climbed right in the middle of that. That was going to be my first yellow squash this year. And as far as Bermuda grass in the deep mulch, right here's where we planted that asparagus. I took it down to bare soil, and this is the newest part of the garden. I did not mulch back heavy because I wanted this asparagus to get established and I didn't want to kill it out. And coming from with all the rain, and this is the lowest spot, gave it an opportunity for those Bermuda vines to get in underneath here. And this is just part of it. I never said I didn't weed, I just said I didn't like to weed. And this isn't a big deal, and I'll just pull all that mulch back down to bare soil. We'll remove those roots, we'll remulch, we'll be good to go. And one of the reasons we plant so heavy is we know we're gonna share some. Although that groundhog, he gets a little more than his share. He doesn't actually need to be in the garden. But I don't worry about the birds with the berries. I don't worry about squirrels picking up a little thing here or there. We always produce way more than we can eat or give away. And actually in July, if you haven't started, you still have a good opportunity. Now, if you were here with me a couple days ago, I was showing you some of the seeds you can plant in July. We've got squash, we've got okra, and we've got beets coming up. And that's in this little patch. And this is only like 4 or 5 days in the ground. And right over here where our walking onions have started to come up, we had this volunteer squash. It's doing fine. We've got a couple more squash that we put in amongst this corn that we planted, and it's up. And we've got another volunteer turmeric. And it doesn't look like he's made it to all the sweet potato leaves. The thing about sweet potatoes, they grow so fast it's not going to hurt the tuber production. And it's a good thing we put that trellis here. These beans are definitely taking off. Well, and we might have lost a squash, but check this out. But the cucumbers have been coming in like mad. We got 2 more there, 1 started there, 1, 2, 3 there, 4. Some of these lower leaves look a little beat up, but this is producing nice cucumbers. Give these 2 another day. But if you're not going to spray, you're going to share a little bit. Talking about sharing a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and take these grapes so we get some. And sometimes you might feel bad, but our big old cushaw, it looks like it's got a couple little melons germinated. We're going to get some squash off of that. And we're just waiting on our tomatoes to start turning to blush. And then we can have that argument about if you let them go vine ripe or you pick them at blush. And has anybody ever said you can't have enough beets? Now that is gorgeous. Everything started a little slow with all the rain that we've had and with the cool nights. But once it starts kicking in, it really starts kicking in. And then the hardest work you ever do is harvest. I'm gonna start needing to bring out a basket. I think they came up with that old saying, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Because you come out to the garden one morning and you find something's got in there and ate some of your stuff. But that's where succession planting comes in. continue to plant all year long. You're gonna get something, especially in the deep mulch garden. And it is virtually weed free. Yes, you're gonna have some stuff trying to creep in from outside. All the critters see this as an oasis. And even with the rain that we had, and there's plenty of food for them to eat, they like to eat what we like to eat, and we plant what we like to eat because it's mighty good. And you can do this too. But we're only beginning. Check this out. We've almost got a brass band going on. That thing got that big just overnight. Another big one here, a couple smaller ones, and they're just strung out all through here. I'm not sure how big they're supposed to get, but if we got Trubby running around, I am gonna have to put some kind of screen here because these are supposed to be pretty darn good. We definitely planned on using the deer fence as a trellis, and it's taken full advantage. So don't give up on your garden in July. We've got about 45 days of warm weather. You still have time to start. There's quite a few things. You still have plenty of time to get in the ground and have a harvest before your frost. And this is all just part of the garden. You can do this too. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you.